Right now, our top story tonight at 5, the plan to burn down a home full of dangerous chemicals. The mayor and emergency officials are going to be going door to door in that Highview neighborhood tonight.
This afternoon, they announced a possible evacuation for 2,000 people around that Applegate Lane house. The evacuation could last a few days. We're going to get to the new details in just a moment, but first, more on that home. On site, investigators found several explosives, chemicals, and tons of clutter. The owner of the house was arrested and charged with wanton endangerment. Today, he is facing new charges. Mark Hibble is now charged with first and second-degree burglary. The new charges come after police say he was squatting in a nearby home for an extended period of time. The mayor described Hibble's house as a hoarder's home, saying the excessive debris makes it unsafe for crews to remove the threats piece by piece and unrealistic for robots. Tonight, we have team coverage on this big story here at 5.
That's right. 2 reporters going to join us. WHAS11 reporter Travis Breeze first is live right now downtown outside MetroSafe headquarters, where he covered the news conference today. Travis, did they say anything about the real risk here?
Doug, the city knows there is some level of risk here, but they said all the advice from experts is that a controlled burn to incinerate the chemicals and render them useless is the best course of action. The city showed us pictures inside Mark Hibble's home for the first time today, saying it's not practical for crews in bulky hazmat gear or robots to sift through the items. The mayor suggested that there will likely be more explosions as part of the controlled burn, and that controlled burn will not occur until at least August 14th. They are doing computer simulations on what the impact of that operation could be, and they are collaborating with the Air Pollution Control District.
It will not happen, and I will not authorize it until we are ready to do this safely.
The purpose of the fire is to consume the chemicals and the explosives that are in there, and again, render them inert.
Both the mayor and Councilman Hudson say they will be going back out to the Highview neighborhood to alert people of the community meeting on this matter, which is set for Monday, August 7th at 6:30 p.m. Emergency Management Director Jody Myman said they are still deciding if they will need temporary shelters for the people who will have to evacuate in this neighborhood. In Louisville, Travis Breeze, WHAS 11 on your side.
Travis, thank you very much. Well, with 2,000 people possibly impacted by the burn, tonight's effort is focused on getting the word out about Monday night's community meeting.
As Travis mentioned, in just a few moments, the mayor and many others are going to be out in that neighborhood going door to door tonight. WHAS 11's Connor Steffen is out on Applegate Lane, where the door knocking will take place this evening.
Connor, we know we're expecting to see those city leaders. Maybe hundreds of workers are going to be part of this process. Who have you seen out there this afternoon?
Well, Shay, the question really is, who haven't I seen? I saw Jerry Collins with LMDC here. You have, it's just a who's who of agencies, officials here getting ready to canvass the Applegate Lane community. And I want to bring in someone who's kind of, I don't know if you're heading up this operation here today, but we have Jody Myman here. He is the executive director of MetroSafe. What are you doing here today? I mean, you have quite literally hundreds of people set to go out into the neighborhoods.
So what we want to do tonight is try to get the information out about the meeting that's going to happen on Monday. The mayor announced the meeting, the community meeting. So, the purpose behind this is to catch all the neighborhoods within the area that we've designated, and then just get the information out that, hey, there's a meeting on Monday, what time it is. We're also gathering some information, in case we have to do an evacuation, so we know how many people are in the household, special needs, transportation, whether they can shelter themselves in a family member's house or we got to provide it. So just to get some information that'll obviously be secured, but we want to try to touch everybody around the area and know that the plan's being made.
Yeah, well, and so we have that meeting at Highview Baptist Church. That's on Monday at 6:30. For those who live in this area, right, it's people who live here, who work here, who care for someone in this area. What do they need to know if they want to come to this meeting at 6:30 on Monday?
Come, to listen. Just know that, we've got the top experts from around the country that's putting this plan together. So, relax, know that everything, we're looking at every possibility. We're trying to put everything together. We've set up our incident management team within the city of Louisville. We've got partners from local, state, and federal who are involved in that. So, we're really methodically, we've slowed down the process. The building is safe, it's secure, it's stable. We're just taking our time and making sure that plan's correct.
Well, thank you. We appreciate it because I know you're super busy right now. Thank you very much. We're going to be following them as they go out to the neighborhoods. We'll check back in with you guys around 6.
All right, Connor, thank you so much. One more time, we want to make sure you have that new information on the community meeting. It will be held on Monday, August 7th at 6:30 at Highview Baptist Church. That's on Fagenbush Lane. Only people who live nearby, work nearby, or care for someone right in that area can actually attend the meeting in person. And to get into the door, you will have to show your ID or a piece of mail.
Now that's because there's not a lot of room there at Highview Baptist. Everyone else can watch the meeting on Metro TV's Facebook page. The information web page has also been updated, by the way, and you can find that link and check it anytime you want at louisvilleky.gov/Applegate Safety. Now we're going to have continuing coverage from the neighborhood and the effort to go door to door coming up tonight at 6 and on the WHAS 11 night team. This story just in, we want to bring you a new update. Take a look this afternoon at this massive plume of yellow smoke spotted in the air in New Albany along 265. A release from the Floyd County Health Department says they were alerted about this chemical release at Bluegrass Chemical Specialties in the New Albany Industrial Park at about 3 this afternoon. They've now determined the chemical release was oxide of a form of nitrogen, a compound of oxygen and nitrogen. Now, the health department says it's similar to the incidents at the same plant back in March and June of this year. All employees were evacuated. A shelter in place was ordered, but the all clear was then given at about 4:15, and there are no reports of any injuries. Also, New Albany Mayor Jeff Gahan responded by saying the city of New Albany will be contacting the Indiana Department of Environmental Management to determine the root cause of the frequently occurring yellow plume.
Today, the suspended Manual Head High School football coach Donnie Stoner was indicted on 20 counts of sex abuse charges connected to allegations involving a teenage student. A Jefferson County grand jury returned the indictment after Stoner was arrested and booked into Metro Corrections. Court documents say the incidents happened at the school and at Stoner's home. Stoner's accused of sexually abusing a 17-year-old female student from May to July of this year. The new indictment includes 6 counts of rape, 6 counts of sodomy, and 8 counts of sex abuse. His bond has been set at $50,000.
It is a first of its kind case in Indiana. Today, a drug dealer was sentenced for selling the pills that killed another person. According to court documents, officers found a woman dead of a possible overdose at a hotel in Scottsburg, Indiana on January 3rd of this year. Wilburn Bingham of Scottsburg admitted today he gave his girlfriend several hydrocodone pills that he'd picked up from a pain clinic. Today, Bingham pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 20 years in prison.
So the message we want this to send to the community is if you are out there engaging in criminal acts and those acts result in the death of someone else, our office is going to work diligently to see that you're held accountable.
Scott County prosecutor there, Chris Owens, says they are investigating overdose deaths and will try to bring more charges just like this one.
Today is one of those days where you get a little bit of everything. We woke up to the heavy rain, but by this afternoon, sun was shining bright.
And now look at the sunshine out, rising those temperatures with more humidity. We're back to those uncomfortable summer days. But hey, Ben, it is August after all.
Yeah, there you go. That morning rain starting to evaporate with that sunshine, so adding more of the humidity out there too. So at the Bats game this evening, we've had some winning weather this week. Looking for our 3rd win in the row at Slugger Field with our first pitch at 6:35 and temperatures starting off in the lower 80s. So comfortable temperatures, but just a little bit uncomfortable with the humidity levels out there. 83 feeling like the mid 80s with that dew point at 67, which is on the rise. Our temps right now a little cooler where we've had more clouds and some of those sprinkles lasting a little bit longer to the south. Campbellsville 76, but all the way up to 85 in Scottsburg, 84 in Madison. So we've had more sunshine over southern Indiana and areas north of Interstate 64. And there you can see that gradual clearing trend from north to south throughout Kentuckiana. So Futurecast is going to be quiet for the evening time. Around sunset, most areas will drop into the 70s that aren't already in the 70s, and it'll be partly cloudy overnight. Low temperatures, upper 60s to the lower 70s. Tomorrow, it looks like the rain will skirt us off to the south, and it's going to be a steamy day. Our Friday afternoon in the upper 80s to around 90 degrees, possibly feeling like the low to mid 90s. So partly cloudy overnight, low temperature is 71, 85 at lunchtime tomorrow. Your Friday afternoon high up to around 90 degrees. That heat will linger for the weekend with a chance for a few thunderstorms. Look at those changes coming up.
All right, Ben, thank you very much. Today, JCPS celebrated a new school in West Louisville. Hudson Middle School is named after the late U of L dean and civil rights activist, Dr. J. Blaine Hudson. It is one of 3 new schools added to the district this year.
Alexis Jones and photojournalist Alyssa Newton have been talking to families at today's celebration.
It's the first middle school West Louisville has seen in 90 years. And just before students step inside of Dr. J. Blaine Hudson's middle school, we have a first look for you. Modern seating, new equipment, and a fresh coat of paint. This former elementary school building doesn't look the same anymore.
We wanted to make this space, this swing space, a home for Hudson Middle School that truly felt like a fantastic school.
Though it's not a permanent spot for Hudson Middle, Superintendent Dr. Marty Polio says he spared no expense to renovate the building. Even during Thursday's celebration, crews were adding finishing touches.
And I think that is just, that's a good sound. A bell, that means school's ready to go. School's ready to go. Is that right? That's the first time? That is awesome.
Dr. Polio adds Hudson will serve as a choice school, taking a burden off of parents in West Louisville and allowing nearly 300 kids like CJ Ramsey to learn closer to home.
And I can't wait to imprint my name in this school's history.
Principal Dr. Geronda Major says she and her team are looking forward to helping each student make their mark. She says teachers will have a hands-on and flexible curriculum. They will also give students the opportunity to explore different pathways. And while they learn and lead, Dr. Major says the school will serve as a source of inspiration.
92% of our student population will be Black or identify as African American. It is extremely important that young people see folks that look like them, to validate who they are, to see greatness in leadership and service and all those things as we shoulder together on this journey.
Now, only 6th graders will attend this school year, and then in the years to come, 8th graders and 7th graders will be welcome too. In Louisville, Alexis Jones, WHAS 11 on your side.
Dr. J. Blaine Hudson, who worked at U of L all of his career, was one of Louisville's most important historians as well. Hudson's first day of school is like the rest of the schools, Wednesday, August 9th. JCPS says it'll announce the school's permanent location in the next few months.